You know, the Medunetta was written in a time of prophecies. Every time is prophecies. But the ones before the Medunetta had to leave a message of prophecies for the ones that needed to deal with the Medunetta. You see, life cycle. And before that, there was a before and a before. And in that time, each one had a prophecy that needed revealing. Now, we are in the times after the Medunetta. So what are we to do? It is our job to raise a nation. Black womb. Higher meditations. It's 2 in the morning. I like to hold a MEZS in this time. It's time for us to give birth to kings and queens, goddess and gods and lords. Woman, black womb is hard for us. We've had a chain around our mind and our spirit for so long, till we are losing our crown, our glory. And through that, we bring forth kings, lords of lords, what the world needs. We won't be here to see it. Just as the Medunetta ones never know us, but they knew we were coming and that we would be totally lost. And there was something that was needed to awake. So now we must leave something to awaken the ones to come. We must give good seed and good life through our liberty. This journey is hard for black women, because we have to humble, plus stay strong. A natural balance was not easily attained. It's so easy to slip and slide to the wayside, especially when you're trying to find a way for you and your king. But something stuck with me from my birth, the story of Eve and Adam. You know, Eve is the one that brought the apple to Adam. Adam loved Eve, and Eve loved Adam. Eve was looking for a way out and slipped. That's why she had to bear the pain. Not only in birth, because when you check it, it is black woman that usually outlive the black man. And you know, the black man becomes your son. And you have to watch him travel to the next life before you have to bear that pain. Awaken your minds, Kushites. There's going to be leaders that's going to be needed. We must give life through our liberty, our goodness, our glory, our crown. We gave life to men that ruled the world in peace and harmony, who was humble. Somewhere along the way, we took that apple and we sowed a seed here. That wasn't supposed to be. Now the earth gonna filter it out. This ain't got nothing to do with color. Spiritual. There's a chant I always say. Selassie is I and I shepherd. I shall not want. And when I get weary sometime, my spirit say, are you wanting for anything? And I say no. Selassie is I and I shepherd. I shall not want. He make I and I to lie down in green pastures. Are you not comfortable when you are sleeping? It may not be what you want, but is your head not rested? Yes, my Lord. He anoint I and thy head with oil. Is not your cup running over with wisdom and goodness? You know it. It's an original thing that most do not have. You're right, Spirit. Sometimes we can get caught up in Babylon and we're watching the material things. We're going to mess around and slip and bite on some fruit we ain't got no business biting on. You understand? Lose your crown and your glory. And when the cycle come around again, the earth is in darkness. You haven't done what you were supposed to do. The awakened ones know what I'm talking about. Selassie is I and that shepherd I shall not want. He make I and I to lie down in green pastures. He lead I and I beside Babylon dirty waters. For his name's sake. His rod, his word, his liberty, his goodness, it comforts me. His staff, his judgment, his punishment, it comforts me. So I'll travel down Babylon seaside and their dirty waters. I have the rod and his staff on each side, helping me walk upright. And when flesh says yes, I give it to Jah. When I can no longer control flesh, I give it to Jah. I lean on his rod and I lean on his staff a little. Christians got one song that says, we fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. You know what I say? Rasta never fall. Sometimes we stumble, but Rasta never falls. Sometimes we stumble, but we never going down. You see it? Because it's harder to get up from all the way off the ground than it is if you just stumble and catch your balance and straighten back up. That's why he put the rod and the staff. You see? But some places will teach you, you can do what you want and just come say, God, forgive me. And that's it, right? That's it. So when you do something at home and you keep doing the same thing and you go tell your mom and dad, forgive me, I've done it again. They ain't going to beat you. They're just going to say, oh, it's okay. Now that you said forgive you, it's okay. Think about that. Selassie is I and I shepherd, I shall not want. He make I and I to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth I and I beside Babylon dirty waters. Him alone prepareth the table before me in the presence of I and my enemies. I shall eat from only that table and be satisfied. I shall drink from only that table, and my thirst shall be forever quenched. He anoint I and I head with oil. I and I cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I and I all the days of I and I life, so that I can dwell in his house forevermore, O Lord Jah Rastafari. Selassie. How it's sweet me to call his name in a local tone. I don't know about y'all, but the name they used to tell you when you was little. Y'all remember this thing? I don't know if they did this in the Caribbean or at home. But here in America, when you were little, they'll take some sugar or some honey, and they'll say Jesus, and they put it on your tongue. And they say, I wonder if y'all remember that. They say, so anytime you say the word Jesus, you remember how sweet he is. And I remember them doing me like that. And Jesus was forever bitter in my mouth. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I'm saying this is my experience. But when my spirit got hold of his majesty, highly, how it sweet me naturally. And nobody had to put him there. Selassie is our guide in life. Selassie is our guide in life. Walking through this darkness, hand in hand with his majesty. I've turned from my mother, I'll turn from my father. Selassie, you are our guide in life. Selassie, you are our guide in life, yeah. I'll turn from my mother, I've turned from my father. Selassie, you are our guiding light. Selassie, you are our guiding light. Yeah. Walking through this darkness, hand in hand with his majesty. Rastafari.